Be some icy spots on the Snow Bowl Road out there today, but I have 4-1 meteorologist Daniel McFarland here just looking at those folks out there skiing, not a care in the world.
No, definitely not. And you know, I probably wish more were open for them at this time, because it kind of seems 14 out of 55 they need more.
Yes, we need more snow, but there's still a lot of time for that.
Oh yeah, so we still have quite a few months. Unfortunately, Monica, it's not going to be getting us here in Tucson over the next little bit. But this is going to be a quick look outside, and one thing you're seeing is some extra clouds. And at the top of those mountains you see right there, you're seeing temperatures similar to what they're having going on at Snowball. It's pretty chilly if you're going to be up on the mountains later on today. Now, if you're at ground level, we're not going to get that chilly until we get to the overnight hours. A lot of us are going to be back down to the mid-30s for these lows. The wind could be picking up on Friday as well, and another cool down is going to be headed our way shortly after that. There's a pair of fronts we're tracking, but neither one of those are going to be strong enough to give us any good solid rain chance here over the next little bit. So this is the biggest thing I want you to pay attention to, because we're going to have these temperatures all the way down to the mid-30s. And for many of us around Tucson, this is going to be the coldest temperature we've had all season. So heavy jackets for later on this evening or early tomorrow, no matter what you have planned out there, because you could have some areas like Vail, Green Valley, Saddlebrook, right or at about 32 degrees. You could have other spots like 3 Points getting very close to that mark. Same thing with Corona de Tucson and Sahuarita. If anyone else could get down to the freezing point, it's going to be one of those three areas. I don't think Tucson reaches it, but there's a good chance we could be at 34, 35 for those low temperatures as we work our way into early tomorrow morning. The spots that are basically guaranteed to get down to the freezing point is going to be most of you over in Cochise County. Many of you expecting right at the 29 degree mark or even below it. So Tombstone 29 for you. Bisbee could get down there, but I do think more clouds are going to come in the morning that could prevent you from reaching the freezing point. Same thing with Sierra Vista, but if you jump on over towards Douglas, you could easily see 24 degrees. Tomorrow's highs, though, are going to be a little bit warmer than today. So as we talked about before, we managed to get in between about 58 and 61 for just about everyone you see on the screen right here. I think most of us are going to be reaching the mid-60s for tomorrow with the way things are shaping up here. Sierra Vista 59 for you. These clouds moving in are going to have a big impact on temperatures. And I do think if you stay a little bit clear, some areas like Sells could potentially reach 67. Still below average for them for this time of year, but with a front like this moving through with all that cooler air behind it, this is going to be taking over, especially for the mornings. But there is going to be a couple more impacts we have with this front, namely some extra clouds throughout the later part of Wednesday into the overnight hours. What that's going to do for us is keep our low temperature out of the 30s for a day or two, and you could see a few extra clouds on Thursday afternoon. But as I mentioned, Friday could be a breezier day out there, wind gusts between 20 and 25 miles per hour. And I know some of you are seeing that 10% chance of rain on Tuesday. Monica, that's mainly going to be for the middle of next week, and that's going to be the next thing we're tracking for you after we're done with this big change this weekend.
Well, stand by for that. Thank you, Daniel. Well, today is for your health.